Hello. Hmm. I did not expect anyone to be here today in my echoey library. Seems to be quite the echo. Let's see if we can remove part of that echo. Oh, there we go. And I seem to be rather blurry. Sometimes it's rather difficult to be... Oh, in focus. There we go. Oh, Jesus. Well, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I'm in the library, you'll see. The library seems to be a bad place to be at the moment. I discovered something behind me. In the library. Let's see, who's here with us today? I believe we have our cat, of course. Hello, Kitty. Kitty. Hello, Kitty. Are you there? Oh, my. And we have Nisi. Hello, Nisi. Why, Nisi Day is a wonderful holiday we observe here. Greetings, all the RPGs. We run around and we have a great celebration on Nisi Day. It is a great holiday where we feast and drink. Some people even smoke the elven herbs. I don't know if you're aware of this, but Father Mischief is here too. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming and joining me here in the library. I'm no longer reading. I suppose I can take my glasses off. I've got myself a lovely beverage here. It's water. I love water. But as I was saying, I discovered here there's a portal, or a door, rather, in the library. And despite my best efforts, I have tried to get this door to open, this wretched door. See, I don't know where it goes. And I decided the best thing I could possibly do is to cast the spell. Now, I had to look this spell up because I just couldn't remember how to make a teleportation spell. But I'm gonna cast it now. Zipo Caripo. Capata de Bril. Now, this should give me a portal. Oh, there, the portal. It's opening. I don't know how long it's gonna last. We're gonna travel through this portal, and hopefully, it'll stay open for a little. Shit! I talked too long. It was like I was a bad guy in a movie or something. Let's try that again, shall we? Damn it! Where's my book? Oh, I see. The spell only lasts for 10 seconds. Well, how am I gonna get back? I wonder. Water. Now today, we're gonna talk about water. Because we're not gonna go through this portal, apparently. I'm going to tell you the story of a great naiad that I met. I don't know if you know what a naiad is. I might be saying it wrong. I'm always getting these words mixed up. I hope you remember. I've been down here a long time. It's been a long, lonely time. But I've been down here alone for quite some time. But before I've been down here, oh, you know where I am. I'm in my workshop here. Been here for many years, trying to discern the arcane knowledge to allow me to get my master the secret of mortality. But immortality. Mortality everyone has. It's not a big deal. You can all have it. It's free. Whee! But I was discerning the knowledge required to get immortality when mortality caught up to my master. So, I'm done. But let me tell you a story. It's a great story. See, long time ago, I was traveling. Oh, wrong travel. That one. That's the one. I was traveling towards a lake in the sacred forest. And as I approached the edge of the water, I seen a disturbance there in the water, splashing. It was a young water nymph. Young relative. I mean, they live a long, long time. And she was there in the distance. You can see here as we travel to the edge. I'll come right back up. Pop! Let me pop myself in here. Here I am. Ha ha! Don't be scared. It's just me. Okay. So there we were. Right here. Right there. She was back there. She was a nymph. Now, a water nymph protects the elements here. You can see the water. And she was here to protect the lands. And she had been here for many, many years. Alone. Just the woodland creatures coming to drink from the waters. That was her only company. But, as it turned out, there is a farm not far from here. And a young man named James, a farmer's son. He came here with his horse to let him drink. And the nymph was very smitten by him. She had never seen a human before. And so she continued to watch him. He would return here frequently as he rode around the country, just riding his horse and enjoying his freedom that he happened to have, even though he was a farmer. I don't know how he did it. He had lots of free time. Maybe he let his father do all the work. I don't know. But he would be here with his horse frequently, drinking at the lake. The horse would be sweaty, James would be sweaty, and sometimes he would get into the water and disrobe, and she really liked these things, she said. But nymphs and humans, I don't believe this is probably the only time. Cause see, there was a Brancifer. Ooh. But the nymph, she fell for young James, and she decided she would traverse the waters and head up the stream. You can see the stream is back over there. What you cannot see is that there was a great and mighty waterfall. Oh, it was a torrent of a waterfall. And nymphs are bound to the water. They can leave to the shorelines for short periods of time, but not to traverse the land as you and I can. Their legs are weak. They just can't do it. And you see, this nymph, she loved James so that she tried desperately to get up this waterfall, chasing up that stream, trying her damnedest to get up there. But she exhausted herself and was forced back into the gentle edges of the stream where she was laying. And James found her there. The farmer's son had never seen such a beautiful creature in his entire life. He was smitten by her. That means he fell in love. It was love at first sight, I believe, for he carried her away from the water towards his farm. But as he had taken her away from the water, she became weaker and weaker, and James discerned that she needed to be close. She was tied to that water. So he returned to this land, this wet land here behind me, and returned the nymph to her home, where she eventually gained strength and was eventually able to open her eyes, see the man she had been so smitten with. You see, James, for that was the young man's name, was just a farmer's lad, but he knew that he could build himself a lovely, lovely little shack on the water's edge here. And he did. See, but the nymph and James had a daughter, and they named her Nymph Adora. Now, Dora, in case you don't know, means gift. Yes, my name is Lizadora, means stone gift, because I am rock hard. Oh, no, that's a different story. Oh, my friends, Nymphadora was a gift, because humans and naiads had never bred before. And Nymphadora was a child between two worlds. See, she wasn't bound to the water like her mother, and she didn't have the desire to roam like her father. But Nymphadora was sad because she was alone in this world. Yes, she had family, but she was one of a kind, as we all are, probably. But she was here for quite some time when James grew very old, and her mother, being an eternal creature, never grew old. So they both felt the great sense of loss when James passed. But Nymphadora was here, and the water, collecting herbs and various roots, when a young prince came riding by. This lake gets a lot of traffic for being in the middle of nowhere. I don't know why, but it seems to be a hot spot, if you ask me. Anyhow, Nymphadora was at first startled to see a man on a horse, but his shining armor and his very, very nice demeanor was very instantly attractive to her. So she decided then and there to ride away with this prince. However, when they got to his castle, his news happened to be that his father had passed away. Well, he decided immediately he was going to marry Nymphadora. She was going to be his queen. And things went well there for a while. I would say they lived happily ever after. But alas, they did not. For sometimes, even though two people love each other, things can get in the way. And this young prince, who now was the king, burdened with the... What's the word? Burdened. He was burdened with the realm, you know? He had a small kingdom and wars. There were trolls always coming in and going and attacking and things. And he would get very cross with young Nymphadora. It was quite the shame, actually, for the love just did not last. Fortunately, love does not always conquer all. So Nymphadora, unhappy as can be, ran home back to this lake, where she returned to the water. She was not bound to the water, but she was able to return. Now, being a Naiad's daughter, she did have this longevity of life. And she came to her mother and told her of the cruel way she was treated by her love. I forgot what the end of the story was. Some kind of moral. I'm sure there was a moral. Oh, Jesus, I almost blasted myself in the face with my wand. It was a sad tale. I should have warned you. I'm so sorry. But Nymphadora, and basically there is this legend that this lake is haunted. It is not. It is not. It is actually just the spirit of a sad Naiad. You know. So I've traveled here many times. I keep her company, this Nymphadora, because we do share more than just a partial name. We share a love of many great things. However, we do not love each other. Not in that way. Not in that way. Platonic love, my friends, sometimes is very powerful. It's good to have friends. Oh, should we travel back to the library? Let's go. It's kind of cool out here. I don't know if you guys know this, but we're gonna head back to the workshop. No, that's the woods. Holy shit, we're in the woods. That's not the woods. There's the workshop. Whew. I'm still brewing this potion for Agnes. I don't know. Agatha. Yeah, Agatha. I always get these names mixed up. Where's my sheet? I've got an order form around here somewhere. I keep track of where everybody's been sending things. Now see this door here. I don't know if you can see. There's a door. What's back there? That actually opens. I can open that door and go through it. It's just a privy. You don't want to see that. Trust me. Trust me. It's the privy. I do have to clean the privy myself these days. The chambermaid is gone. She doesn't like being down here in the bowels of the castle. Or something about the bowels. Something about bowels. Something about disgusting and things. I don't know. Anyhow, that was the story of Nymphadora and how, sadly, she could not find love. There was supposed to be more to that tale, but memories just fail me sometimes. I do try to write these things down, but I can't read my own handwriting, it seems. And I have an apprentice somewhere. His name's Micah. Micah! Micah! No. He's never around. He's a little bastard, I say. Micah. He's very flaky, Micah is. In case you didn't know. Micah is flaky. Remember that. Write it down or something. Today, I was planning on telling a different tale, but I was drinking water and remembering the water nymph story. Oh, jeez. My glass is very clear. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. It's been an interesting day for me. See, some of my fish somehow escaped the tank and were flopping around on the ground. Just flopping, flipping, flipping. And, I really did like those fish. But they were still flopping around, so I put it back in the tank. It was, I don't know why they jumped. They just, get some socks. The feet are cold. Well, we could get a fire started. We could do that. I almost was going to send us out to a castle, but it was snowing. It was snowing. I don't know if you know this, but I hate the snow. I do not like the cold. I mean, look at my robes. Look at these things. I don't want to get them cold. Look at this. Does this look like I'm ready for the snow? No. I'd have to cast some kind of protection spell, umbrella, dugula, and like carry my wand aloft like this, keeping the snow off my head. And I do not want to do these things. Scumdog Scummit? Why, hello! Welcome to my laboratory. Or as Micah calls it, the Master's Laboratory, because he's my apprentice, you know. This is my workshop where I have all these potions and various herbs. I do have to go out into the woodlands out here to collect them. It's a very wonderful thing. See, we walk around. There's a mushroom. Oh, there's one. Oh boy, I like to collect the mushrooms for my magics. I love it. Oh. Right now, it's strangely still fall. I thought it would be spring at this time, but it is not. Oh, now it's spring. What the heck? These trees are jumping around. I believe they are moving. I did find a ring. It's an amazing ring. It's very faded. It has some elvish on it. And I tend to put it around my beard and just carry it that way. It's very nice. Oh, there's something behind me. I saw it. I don't know if you saw it, but these woods right here are sacred woods. The ring, I found it in a stream. It was in a stream. I'm not sure what it does. I thought for sure it would make me invisible when I put it on, but you can still see me, right? Okay. I can see me. I don't think it does anything. It says here, charge his iPhone. I'm not sure what that means. It's a ring of power, I know it, but it seems to iPhone. I don't know what it does. You can use it to charge something. It says right here on it in Elvish. Only compatible with iOS 5. Oh, I don't know what these strange words are. Maybe I will ask an elf next time I see them and procure some elven longbottom leaf. I do like that stuff. It's probably why I have such a hard time remembering things, though, now that I think about it. Maybe I should consider cutting down on the longbottom leaf. But it does taste so wonderful. I don't know if I would have such a hard time doing it. Now, I did tell a story of a troll last week. And I recently had another encounter with a troll. And trolls just, they're everywhere in this Twitch land. I don't understand. They are so lonely. The trolls are. They. See, they will come. I heard there was these people called jackboxes. I don't know what these are. I think it's a place you can get food. Jack in the box. No, I don't know. I always get these things confused. The birds tell me these stories and things, and if you've ever tried to talk to a crow, you would know. But I was going to tell this story about the time that I drank a potion, and it gave me this strong notion that every time I would speak, it would be in rhyme. But it was such a difficult thing to tell. I didn't write it down, and I can't remember too well about all the words that I have to rhyme all the time. It became very sing-song, so don't get me wrong if I don't tell the tale, because I don't like it so well, okay? Sing-song. Not that there's anything wrong with sing-song, you know. If you choose to be that way, you can. Oh, so anyway, I heard a deer. There's a deer out here. Actually, I can hear him. Is it behind me? No. Where did the deer go? There's crunching behind me anyway. I hope it's not a troll. You can always smell a troll before you see a troll. Remember that. They have such a stench. I keep burning incense. That's why I come out here all the time. I do need to get knowledge. Why do the trees jump like that every so often? They must be ants. They're moving very slowly. Let's go into the library. This part of the library, yes? Oh, the portal's opening! The portal! It's opening! Maybe we can get something to come out of it. Oh, maybe. Come to me, into my library. Come, quick! The portal will only shh. I get this spell down eventually. Trying to get to another realm again. I mean, I've been stuck here for so long, and apparently I'm free to go now. My master has been dead for some time, but I just continued to work on my potions and things, and I've been down here a long time, my friends, alone. But I got an apprentice. Micah! I don't know where Micah's gone to, though. I never find him. He's so flaky, Micah. A mug of cold mead. Well, I have to say, the tavern, well, you go up 15 floors, because we're in the bowels underneath the dungeon. You go up 15 floors. I think it's 15. I don't know. It's a lot of steps. I don't have a step counter thingy any longer. I used to have one. His name was John. He would 1, 2, 3. Shut up, John! I'm walking. And he would just counting all the steps as I was taking them. 5, 6. John, shut up! I'm trying to walk. It was impossible to think with a step counter, so I had to let him go. That was a long time ago, though. I was in a health craze back then. I do miss John. Yeah, think about him sometimes when I'm using the privy. Just.
Well, I've got news for you.
Jeez.
You're mine now. You belong to me.
What the hell was that? Scumdog Scott! Thank you for joining us on the lithosphere. This is where we keep ourselves grounded, you know. Lithosphere is this thing, I think. I think this is a lithosphere. Yes, the lithosphere. Sometimes I stare into it, trying to discern the future. I am not clairvoyant. Yeah, sometimes I'm clairvoyant. But I can't see the future very well. It's always foggy. It's all that long bottom leaf, I think. But I must say, the mind is a terrible thing to taste. Waste. Don't taste a mind. That's disgusting. One time I heard it was a terrible thing to observe. Oh, look at that. Ah. Sorry about that. I'm rather blue. I think it was the story I was telling about the nymph earlier. How sad it was. Wow, that was interesting. Something fell off the bookshelves. I heard a book yeet. It went yeet. That's what happens when the books fall. You know, let's head over here. Why are we in here? Wait, what? What? Where's the other ones? I don't know where we are. I'm trying to find... Oh, nope, that's not it. We're gonna go back to the workshop. That's where we're going. Hey, calm down now. I didn't mean to give you guys that. Hey, the potion's almost done. No, that one back there, that's a powerful love potion. Try not to breathe in the fumes, or suddenly there'll be love all over the chat room, and I'd have to clean it up because I can't find Micah. And I don't want to clean up all the love in the chat room, you know what I mean? It's terrible. It's very terrible. But I do say, I've got a ring. I always forget this ring is on my finger. I see it and I go, oh, what's this? Just shiny, shiny, shiny. And then I get lost in thought. Oh, you have a ring that nullifies those spells? I have a ring around the carpet. No, ring in the toilet, in the privy. It's amazing. Micah just doesn't clean it very well. I haven't seen Micah in some time. Has anybody seen Micah? He's probably snuck off through that portal back there. I was trying to show you another portal, but apparently... Huh. I just can't find it. I had a magic spell, see? Having a hard time seeing these days, that's all. It's very important. Those potions, they are very nice. Very nice. Now this love spell, now this one back here, over this shoulder, this potion that I'm brewing, yes, that is for endurance, they say. I'm basically selling it to people in small little bottles. You take a shot, oh, then your virility will be back, you know? It's really just a money-making scheme.
Motherfucker.
Oh, Jesus, there's a surprise. I hope it's cookies. Oh, earlier I was telling about the celebration of Nisi Day. We have a celebration here once a year called Nisi Day. We have cake and cupcakes. I love cupcakes. I don't know if you're aware of this, but there are cupcakes on Nisi Day. It's one of the best days of the year. The children run around and they got frosting and the kids, they love Nisi Day. It's eat cupcakes. There they are. Now donuts are not known in this land, mostly because they are holy, and this is not a holy place. That's right. There's a hole in the donut. Makes them holy. It's a very strange thing, you see. There was a king, and he pretty much... There are gods, of course, but, you know, nobody worships them anymore. Apparently, you gotta deliver if they're praying to you. And the gods were always deaf to the prayers. It's just how it is. I mean, they're immortal. They get bored. They've been there for a long, long time. And when you get old, things just kind of go fast. It's really strange how this happens. About the things that happen. Oh, yes. How about a field donut? Like a cream-filled donut? A custard? A jelly-filled donut? Why, we should travel through the portal and go get some donuts. Maybe a whole dozen. I myself had a nice biscuit today with some jelly on it. That's right. I got an award. Now, speaking of awards, see, sometimes I heard that they give out awards to wizards. But that's a mistake. Those are wards. Like WARD. And they got mixed up, I think. Like, it's a ward of teleportation. I've been seeking that thing for some time now. And I heard they gave it away as an award. It's not an award. Silly guys. But I shall track that thing down another time. That's a different story. Ooh, you is flexible. I hope you are flexible too, but my wand is you. And it's very bendy. I like it. I almost took a picture today of some yew trees to share with you. Just so I can point out what you are made of. Well, not what you are made of. Everyone knows what you're made of. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Or whatever. Depends on who you are, I suppose, you know? So anyway, there was our tale today. I was going to head us to the library. I did find that portal. I just can't seem to... Oh, it's opening again. Why is it doing that? I can't get it to... Something's going to come through it eventually. I'm scared. Well, it keeps doing that. And then I can't get through it. Maybe I should throw a book through it. That's a good idea. I could yeet a book in there. Just yeet. You see, I forgot to change the sound effects to match up to the stories. Those are my marble sounds. Because I am a marble wizard, too. Sometimes I take my marbles and I roll them down the track. Other people give me their marbles to roll, too. It's kind of fun, honestly. You just roll them down the track, and oh, there they go, the marbles, and they race and they race. And sometimes they do this thing where I have to control the marble board and tilt it around, and I'm not very good at it though. Even with the wizardry, just. Oh, I almost opened a portal. I felt it opening. It started to get windy, and I'd hate to go to Wendy's. Maybe get some fries. Sea salt on them. I smell sea salt. Wendy's. Who wants Wendy's? I will conjure us up some Wendy's. Oh, wait. I don't know if we can do that. There might be some laws involved here for transporting over interdimensional lines and whatnot. You know, I'm trying to waft it in here. Maybe it'll work. I don't know if it will. So let's see. Today's story. Did I tell the tale of the troll last week? I think I did. Now, in my younger days, I traveled all over the lands before I could summon a good portal. It's been a while since I summoned a good portal, as you can see behind me. That's why I'm stuck here on this realm for a little while. But I did grow up on Earth. I don't remember how to say it, but Earth, in the land of the Scots. And they all talked funny. I couldn't understand a fucking thing they were saying. And then I went to the school called Pig Blisters. They were fighting over the name for a while. And then finally I don't know what they decided on, but I was one of the first graduates of the school, so many years ago. And the Pig Blisters, I have a t-shirt that says Pig Blisters on it. We don't pop. And we had our school rivalry with the chicken pox. There was another school over there across the water in the land of the Franks, where they ate frankfurters, I believe. Now, I did see an armored hot dog around here somewhere, and I keep being told I can't eat the armored chicken. Apparently he's a knight? But I went out to the woods. I have the 11 sacred herbs and spices. I would like to cook up some nice chicken. So if you do see a chicken around here, let me know. Unless he's armored. I'm told I can't eat the armored chicken, even though we do eat the armored hot dogs. I don't know. There's a night. Yes, there are many nights. They happen every 12 hours. The sun sets, the night comes in, it gets all dark, the stars come out. It's a night, like armored. Oh, yes. There's an armored chicken. Yes. there is an armored chicken somewhere around here. Last time I saw him, he said, "Fuck off!" And I was like, Jesus, I'm not gonna eat you. I was told not to. And he was like, "Fuck off!" And I was like, Jesus, chicken man. I forgot what he's called. Maybe sometime he'll show up in here and remind us all not to call him that. Now, you may notice I got some new books. I've been collecting things. It seems they opened a new library. It's a lending library, which is nice. They lent me all these books. I didn't really ask. Oh my God! Somebody slipped. Huh. Now, let's go over here. What did I do, my friends? Why is the library not in the library? I have 2 libraries. Where's the other? Ha! I can't find the other room anymore. And I'm rather blue down here today. I don't know why. Do I look blue to you? Probably because I've been thinking of sad stories. The troll from last week who just needed a good friend. Try to think about him. He was a good friend, that troll was. See, he was terrorizing a village, stealing their chickens and their sheep. He was eating the chickens, and I won't tell you what he was doing with the sheep. It's not something I can share on the interwebs even. You can probably look it up on the oogly googlies, or whatever that oracle is that tells you things. The go ducky, I think it's called, maybe, for your safety. I do think about that troll from time to time, though. Because, see, he was terrorizing the village. He was just hungry and getting the chickens, and he was getting the sheep because he was lonely, and the sheep were terrorized. I mean, you can imagine, he was trollish. But, using some magic powers, we were able to convert the troll into a friend. Yes, a friend! Could you imagine? I once had a friend. I wasn't always alone down here for 30 years. Micah! Micah! Where is that imp? He's not really an imp, he's a kid. I don't know. Did Micah get the clap? I better brew him up a potion. Quick! Quick! Micah! We'll brew you a new potion. Micah, I need to change some things here. My magic requires me to lean forward from time to time. It's kind of annoying, you know. I have to say that Micah needs a new potion. He got the clap. I heard. And it was a thunderous applause for Micah's clap. So, we will brew up a potion. We've got an empty pot just sitting right there. I can see it. There it is, right there. Poke at that pot. This water is purified and strained through gossamer. It's amazing. I take it and I pour it through my sleeve. That's right. It's a gossamer. Apparently it's made of many esters, but this part right here, oh, so smooth. Anyhow, looking at my robes. I am very fond of my robes, you see. These are my dress robes. They're called dress robes because they look like a dress, not because they're fancy. See, other robes, they got the little cut between there so you can run. You can't run in these robes. They're for dresses that you can dance in them. They're formal. You could dance. If you see a dancing wizard, you've seen enough. That's all I'm going to tell you about that. Now, what was that? Oh, it's a cat. Hello, kitty. What are you doing down there? There is a cat. What does the cat want? What do you want? What? What? Did I tell you the tale of the black cat? Perhaps you've heard it before, but still. Let's tell it one more time. Because the tale of the black cat is very interesting. To me, anyway, because she's been here a long time. See, Black Cat was a young maiden in a village far, far away in another realm, actually. I brought her here with me. But she's been blessed with the 9 lives. See, she was a maiden being chased by barbarians who wanted to take her virtue, let's say. And so I found her there. She was screaming. She was running from these 2 barbarian brothers. I don't know who they were, but they were terrible wretches and terrible at hide and seek, it seems, because I was able to take the maiden into the barn and hide her in the hay, where she was able to be very grateful. But then I gave her an amulet of transmogrification. It was a wonderful amulet. She is wearing... Where are you, Kitty? I would show off your amulet. Where are you? She's never cooperative any longer. See, she was able to turn herself into a cat. So when the barbarians found us in the barn, they just found me holding a pussy. And I said, hello? And they said, where's the girl? And I said, what girl? Just me and this cat. We've been here in this barn, counting hay. What do you want? Go away. Okay. And they left. Because barbarians are stupid. They really are. Barbarians are dumb. I think it's lack of education, actually. Maybe if they had a nice school system. I hear there's a giant wall holding some of them out in this land. But where I was then, they were just dumb. Barbarians, they just don't go to school. They don't sit at desks, apparently. They learn from the school of hard knocks that they take to their noggin, apparently, and that jostles their brain around. And, well, they're just not very smart, are they? They do dumb things, like chase a cat into the barn. I mean, who would do that? But they did. They chased the cat, and they chased the cat around and around and around. But they let it go. See, they were just dorks chasing a cat. The barbarians left, and then the girl, she was very grateful, and she came with me because she was very, very sad at this farmland. She was destined to be married off to a man she had never met, and I was much younger then, see, not quite as gray as I am today. And she came with me. But she has that amulet, and she could turn herself into a cat. And I hate to say it, she likes being a cat. And she sits around being a cat quite often. Just laying in the sunshine, licking places we can't lick. Yeah, I've done a lot of stretching. Trying to limber up and just can't do it. No matter how much I try, there's no spell that makes you bend so well as a cat. Maybe I should turn myself into a cat. Oh, anyhow, the thing about that is, black cat, very flexible. I mean, very limber. Yeah, very, very happy to lay in the sun, shine, and the daisies, and things like that. I don't know. I don't know where she went. She was here a moment ago. I can't find her. I wonder if Micah and the cat. Huh. See, her name was Catherine, by the way. So, Catherine. It's all interchangeable, isn't it? I wonder if Micah and Cat, because they're very young. Makes me wonder. Makes me wonder what my resolution's like today. I seem to be rather blue. I better fix my lighting. See, the lamps back here are casting quite a hue on myself. I don't know what to do about the hue. You know? And these robes are made of not only gossamer, because you can see right through them here. I don't know if you know that. Ooh! They're made of esters. Many esters went into these robes. Again, I'm going to keep telling you that until one day you understand that they are very warm, because many esters went into it. The polyesters, as it were. Ooh. I wonder what we're going to talk about for 10 more minutes. Very hard to come up with these stories from my mind sometimes. I should catalog things better. Maybe even write them down. I'll get a quill and some parchment. Write down a scroll or two of these memories that I have of things that we have done in the past. For I used to be a great adventurer before I sat here for 30 years. Now, part of the reason I sat here for so very, very long was because I was waiting and waiting to find out if the immortality was working. The only way to figure out if you're immortal and not invincible, because immortality is not invincibility. I don't know if you know this. I was immortal because my beard stopped graying. It just kind of stayed the same color. My hair started to stay. It was falling out. I was going bald. But now I've got luxurious hair like I always did. It's amazing. So, my first spell. Ooh. The only reason why you know what? My eyes are still failing. We're gonna put these things on. Oh my goodness! There's people here in my workshop. The only reason why necromancy is considered evil is because of a lack of consent on behalf of the soul. Prove me wrong. Well, I will. I should.
Surprise, motherfucker.
There's some fries. No, first I will tell you about my first spell. But before I do that, I'm going to tell you about Ophelia. See, when you bring something back from the dead, it's called necro. And Ophelia was the queen, and her king was besotted with grief. You see, Ophelia died in childbirth. And while the king loved his newborn child, he greatly loved his queen, Ophelia. And he demanded that the necromancers from the dark realm come and bring her back to life. And the problem was, Necrophilia was very sad when she returned. See, when something returns from the dead, we call it necro. So it was Necrophilia. Keep up. Okay, so Necrophilia, as she was called, was just not something anyone wanted to see. She was very sad to be returned to this realm, for she was already gone. He's right, you know. Consent is important. Very important. But Necrophilia is probably a tale we'll save for another day. Right now, I would tell you about my first ever spell, because I did go to wizarding school at that Pig Blisters place back in the land of the Scots on Earth. Before I sat here for so long, trying.
I've got news
been
for
here
you.
for a while.
You are mine now. You belong
Bay
to
Liar.
me.
Thank you for the following. You can be a devoted Lithodite. See, Lithodites are actually frogs back on us, but yeah, those are my followers. Now, my first ever spell involved taking the wand and making sparks. It was very sad. It wasn't much of a story, was it? That was it, yeah. It was learning how to wield the wand. Now, it's important to note, most humans have magic in them. Yes, you do. Magic. Words are magic. This is a conduit for magic. I could do magic without it. I still can. I could be like, hello, your hair is very nice today. And it's uplifting. And that spirit has been raised. I could say, what the hell did you do to your hair? And that spirit has been decimated. Words are magic, my friends. But my wand is a conduit for that power. It is much like a king's crown. For the king is still king without his crown. But when he dons his crown upon his head, people understand the power that is wielded. What about Nisi's hair? Well, Nisi's hair is always amazing. I don't know how to explain this. It must be some kind of magic. She cast it upon herself. Must take time, I think. Probably time. Time, yes. Oh, my head's smoking. Oh, no, that's the potion. Jesus. Whew. I was startled there. Could you imagine my head catching on fire? One time this caught on fire. That's why I had to get new robes. See, the lamp, it set my hat alight. And, I had to get rid of the hat. I have a hat. It was actually a witch's hat. But that's another story, how I got the witch to give me her hat. Something about head. There was witch head involved. Let's just put it that way. And words are magic. See, it matters that you mean them. That's when they're magical. If you curse someone, even without the wand, and you have the power of... What is the word? They so escape me at times. The power, the force behind it, because you will it to be. That's when the words are cursed. It isn't that there are vile words. You can say all the words in the world and they mean nothing. Hibbly gibbly gibbly goo. They mean nothing. Words mean something when they are powerful, when they have an impact, when they're the force from within, from your will. When you care about someone deeply and you mean it, and you have concern and compassion for them, they feel that magic. That's important. That's the magic that we all have within us. You don't need a wand. You don't need a staff or an orb or any of those things to have that magic. You can raise and elevate someone. You could decimate them with just your words. It's intent that matters the most. If you are truly caring about someone and you ask them about their day and you mean it, that can be more powerful than anything in the world for that person, especially if they are having a bad day and you're concerned for them. Not that you're telling them, oh, cheer up, you have it so good. You're just acknowledging that person and you're seeing them for who they are and you appreciate them. That is magical. Just being there for one another. See, community is very important. Been down here a long, lonely time. Until recently, just me and the cat, and she pretty much was the cat. But I did travel out that door. No, that's the privy. Don't go in there. But I travel out the door to the woods, and I do see some people. But none of them are my friends. They don't know me from Adam. Adam's the guy who lives over there. He's a red wizard, I think. He lives in the next town, a village. It's a village down there, actually, because, that's where he lives. Adam lives in another village. So it's tough to make friends, especially when you dress like I do. I did meet a king of queens once. I traveled to New York. I was looking for some salsa. I saw some kind of advertisement and they would say, New York City. So I thought that was where you got salsa. Turns out that is not the home of paste picante sauce, as I found out. But they do have armored hot dogs they sell there in little carts. But I have met many kings and many queens. There are nobles throughout. But remember, nobility is not necessarily inherited. It is an attitude that comes from within. And in some places I've been, like with the nymphs, they do not inherit the kingdom. The queen of the nymphs, and by the way, I mean the water nymphs, not those women at the brothel. The water nymphs, the naiads, as they are liking to be called, they pass the power. The queen is the most powerful of them all. It doesn't necessarily mean it passes to their daughter, because it's not necessarily inherited. It is inherent. It is a part of you, that nobility of spirit. And it's not always handed down to your child. You can try to teach it, but it doesn't always take effect. Sometimes there are tyrants. I myself served a tyrant. He was very upset about many things. I tried to distemper him, but it didn't quite work out as I hoped, and he did die. But before that, I had actually met another king, and I was going to tell that story, except for the castle is always snowy. It's quite cold up there in the north of that land. Dystopia. So, we're going to travel there on Wednesday. Yes, going to bring a parka, I am. A parka. Keep myself warm, so that when I stand in the snow and tell you about it, I'm not going up to the castle. There's no way I'm going up there. But we'll stand at a safe distance. We'll look at the castle. We'll look at the castle. Well, see, I've been down here in the bowels of this castle ever since my master was injured, and I brewed up a philosopher's stone. Where the hell is it? Potter. Huh. Somebody else has it over there. There's a philosopher's stone over there. A little tiny thing. Because sometimes great power comes in small packages. You never know. So I had a philosopher's stone. It took a long time to pass the stone. Very painful. We won't discuss how a philosopher's stone is made. Just know that it is made from a philosopher or sorcerer, such as myself. It's very painful to pass such a stone. All right. You make it inside the stomach. It is like a bezoar. And lithoscopy is actually used to remove the stone. I don't know if you know what lithoscopy is, but it's actually a real thing. Look it up. Lithoscopy. That's how you remove a stone from a body. So, the Philosopher's Stone or Sorcerer's Stone, depending on where you're from, it is quite the thing to have to pass. But once you get it, you squeeze it and it makes an elixir. It makes just a thimbleful. See, I was able to get just a small amount, just right here in this little glass, just tiny little bit. And I drink it down. Unfortunately, the ingredients to make such a stone are very, very difficult to find. And it only produced enough for me to drink. And the only way to know it was working, because I'm not invincible, I am immortal. Not immoral, immortal. You always gotta carry that tea around with you. You never know when you're gonna want to brew some. So I am immortal. I do age very, 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 very slowly. Apparently. Because see, a gray hair came in right here. Jesus. I should use something else to point with. I'm always trying to poke myself in the eye or something with my wand. And honestly... Oh, cracking. Well, I was cracking the knuckles. And, drink some cracking. Do you think I have to go down and see the pirates to get some kraken? Where do you get kraken? Must be in the sea. There are pirates in another realm. They are rats who love to do math. They are amazing rodents. They are arithmetic rodents. It's really strange. They're like... Now the pyro rats are different. Those are flaming. They toss the fire and the pirates, they do math and they're very interested in the stars and things. Except they believe in astrology of all things, and they think that the movements of the stars affect them and other things that that don't actually work. They think the stars line up. But that's all relative. I don't think they ever traveled beyond their little planet. I mean, it was a small planet. I walked around the whole thing in like 4 hours. Just was able to do a big lap. Because pirates are tiny, tiny little creatures. I was a giant. They kept going, Gulliver, Gulliver. And I'm like, what are you talking about? My name's Lithadora. Like, Gulliver, Gulliver. I don't understand. Anyway, let's Lilliput that out of your mind, okay? I never said a thing about the pirates. Yes, I will get some Kraken. We'll get Kraken on that soon. Maybe I'll travel somewhere where they have Kraken. I don't think there's any Kraken in these jars. I'm pretty sure. Nope, that's not it. Nope. I thought maybe. Huh. What is that? That's a dried rat. Turd. There's dry rat turds in that jar. I think they ate what was ever in there. That the label says candy corn. Candy corn? What the hell's candy corn? That sounds disgusting. Who would eat that? The rats did, that's who. Anyway, I was gonna tell another story. If only I could get back into the library where my books are. Let's take a look here for just a moment, my friends. Where are the books? No, that's not it. That's not it either. No. Oh, shit. No, not at all. Yes, the rats ate the candy corn. I apparently lost the room of requirement. Huh. I was thinking of playing music, but I'm not a bard, you see. I'm just a wizard. And people would often say to me, Mr. Wizard, could you play the guitar? And I'd say, no, not really. But it's passable, it's passable. I can brew you up a spell so you don't remember the music I play too well. See, I was gonna also tell you the story of the time that I was stuck speaking in rhyme. It was a brew I took, it's true. And you drink it down and couldn't make a sound. I was working on this portal, though. The portal in the library is the most heinous of things. I've been trying so very hard to get this portal to work again, and I'm just not sure why it won't work. Let's go over to the library. Let's see. There we go. Candy popcorn popping out their bum portal. You know, you have to roast the rats to get that to happen. You gotta stick the tail. You can hold them by the tail over the fire though, and pop, 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 pop. You know, I did hear a story. I don't know if it's true, but in this one land, they would, when someone died, they would build a pyre. You know, a giant wooden pillar to burn the body of the deceased upon in honor of their passing. And the head of this village, you know, it was a farmer village, and they had a ton of popcorn, and he died. He ate like 3 kilograms or 6 pounds or something like that. I don't know the conversion rates anymore, but he ate a massive amount of popcorn, and then they put him onto the pyre. Whew. See, it was uncooked popcorn. He ate the kernels. And when they put him on the pyre and lit the fire, whew, well, it was kind of explosive. Just yeah, it was something the villagers still talk about to this day, of the great popcorn king. Yes, the candy popcorn popping out their bum portals. Those rats, they do taste the rainbow. They are limber like a cat. They lick all kinds of places. I don't know. I can't lick the rainbow. I tried to lift my leg like that. I have to stretch or something. I am immortal, but not very limber, it seems. So I just head on down to the brothel. Now, these books are very interesting. because some of them are from a different realm. Like, what does that say? The life and times of JFK. Huh? What the hell? Who brought that back here? That doesn't belong here. We should incinerate that book before somebody reads it and gets bad ideas about how to rule the kingdom. Maybe great ideas, but we never know. Knowledge is power, they say. I must be pretty powerful because I have all this knowledge. And these books did come from the lending library, I suppose. I will return the majority of them once I have read them. It's very important to return things to the library. And I will lend them some new books. Whew! Why, hello there. I will bring in some scrolls. It's dry work talking. Very thirsty I get. I keep having to drink water. Keeping hydrated is important, my friends. I don't know if you know this. But without hydration, you will die. Always drink water. That's very simple. Just drink water. You can have other things, coffee, tea.
Hello there.
Hello there. It's hello there. Yeah, that's right. Hello there. Whee! What are we going to do next? Let's think of the story I was going to tell about Nimroth. See, Nimroth was an orc. I don't know if you know Nimroth, but he was an orc. And orcs are not like trolls. The orcs are just nasty. They just nasty people. They lack hygiene. They're more revolting than the peasants. The peasants are always revolting. Lack of hygiene. We did try to open baths and things for the peasants, but But this orc, well, very, very, very bad orc. He would eat the sheep, unlike the troll, who just made very, very close friends with the sheep and only eat the chickens. Not the armored ones. Not the armored ones. Because they fight back. So the orc, he loved his pork. That's right. That's exactly where I was heading. The orc liked the pork. He didn't pork the pork. He ate the pork. Turns out it was not against his religion whatsoever. Religion, funny thing. Many of those rules are just don't eat this, don't eat that, don't eat that, because you'll die. But if you roast the pork over the fire properly, it's good. I don't understand these rules from sometimes. But anyway, back to the orc, whose name I completely forgot now, because I was thinking about some bacon. Crispy bacon. That was a person I met on one of my adventures. Crispy bacon. Ironically, he was turned into a swine. Mostly by his manners, not by any spell or anything. He just... It was... just atrocious to eat around. He just... If you wanted to lose weight, you hang out with that guy, and he'd just drive your entire appetite away, away, away. But crispy bacon. His parents were quite cruel, I think. Naming him that, and then making him so fat. He just sat around all day and things like that. It was... God, I'd be accursed by the... Something must be in my water! I think there's something in here. This is not just water. Micah! Micah! Where the hell are you? What'd you do to my water? You brought me this water, Micah! I saw you!
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh my god! Yes! There's something special in this water. I think it's making me talk funny. Like, and rhyme. I think he put a drop of sing-song in here. Just a drop or two. That'll do. They'll make you talk and rhyme for a short time. Then it goes away. Maybe after a day. It's hard to say. Depends on how much you put in there. Wonder if he did it on a dare. Nah, I don't care. So, we were talking about an orc. That's right. And I got distracted by thinking about pork. But let's go back to talking about the orc. See, he would attack the pigs because he loved to eat them so much. He'd eat them raw. And turns out you shouldn't eat raw bacon. Well, you can't eat raw bacon, but you shouldn't eat raw pork. And he found out the hard way. This wretch, because he was retching all night, just... And that's why, to this day, we don't eat pork that way. What the hell is in my water? Micah. Yes, it was in the potions lab, actually. It might have had some brew drop in it, it's true. But I'm about to finish it anyway. That's all I can say. Ooh, look, you can see right through. That's neat. You can see the door behind me and things. Ooh. Oh, maybe it's... What is in this potion, Micah? Or water? This is not water. Oh, Jesus! There was a yeet around here. The yeet are wonderful creatures, I must say. The yeet will run around and rub you on your feet. They do not give a massage, for that is not in their nature. But they will still do it anyway. They run around your feet, the yeet. But don't let them steal your seat. Don't get up around a yeet. That's what they'll do. They'll steal your seat away from you. It's true. It's true. If you don't believe me, you just wait and see. A yeet will come and take it from thee. That's right. Oh, Nisi is going to go prepare to roll marbles. Nisi will take great care of our balls as we put them on the table. Have you ever put your balls on the table? Marbles. I did make a little wizard holding a marble today. The other day I put it in the Discord. It's a funny name for a place where we all chat. Discord. Doesn't that mean we are not in harmony?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh my god, I fucked up. I forgot part of my story. Balls. You see, Nisi's a good marbler. She could take things and marble them. But not a marble cutter. Those are people who take the big slabs of marble out of the wall. I watched that once in a place called Greece. Yes, it was a wonderful place. Did you know that's where French fries are from? Yes. Many people don't know this, but French fries were first cooked in Greece. It's very important to know the history of things. It's true. That's what we should do. I am going to find Micah, that wretched imp. He is around here somewhere. I know it's true. And then he's got the story scroll that I was bound to tell. He never showed up. And I knew you'd be here today, and I had a story prepared to tell you. Not about the nymph or the orc. It was another tale about New York. About how I traveled to a faraway land. Because I am from Earth, after all. But today, what we're going to do is drop out of here in just a minute or two. And I believe the thing we're supposed to do is called raid. A raid is something that's very important, they say. Fuck. What'd you put in here? That's not sing-song. Something went wrong. I shouldn't be drinking the rest of that, I don't think. There's something in my drink. It's not sing-song, and things seem to be going wrong. I keep going on and on. and on. It's a repeating spell! Micah. That Micah's around here somewhere. That flaky little kid. He is my apprentice. I hope that he will someday solidify into something greater than he is now. Micah! I'm gonna go chase my apprentice around and find him. Probably in the privy, actually. I should knock on the door. Let's see if he's in there. Oh, wait, that's not the privy. We gotta go to the workshop, get to the privy. I almost tried to knock on the portal. Oh, nope, that's the woodlands creatures. You get to see the woods again for a second. Let's get the bathroom door. Knocking on the door. Hey, wait, that's the windows. The door's over here. Hang on. Micah! Are you in there, Micah? I don't see Micah anywhere. He might have gone down a level or two. I should go look to see if he's there. I think I will raid the doctor soon now. See, it's Mental Health Monday, and I do like to hang out, work on my mental health, because you see, my mind it wanders. I forget things. I've been alone for so long, and I'm quite old. And I think this herbal remedies has some kind of effect on the memory. What was I saying? Oh yes, the herbal remedies have an effect on the memory system, I do believe. I think so. But I think the thing we should do is raid. Because that's fun to do. And your memories until they're great. I could brew up a memory potion. That's what I should do. I can make a memory potion for you. And me! Not just for Nisi. This rhyming thing, it's driving me crazy. He probably did that because he's so lazy. This Micah apprentice of mine, I'd be very upset if his work wasn't so fine. He does a good job when he puts his mind to it. It's just hard to get him to do it. I did meet a doctor not so long ago. He spoke in rhyme everywhere we'd go. His name was Seuss. He was a wonderful man. Bad temper, and he didn't like children very much. Which is odd, because I believe he wrote lots of books for children. Just goes to show you can't always know a book by its cover. Sometimes when you dig in deep, you'll find the story that you really seek. Hey, that almost rhymed. I think the spell's starting to wear off. Thank God! Can you imagine talking in rhyme all the time? I could not. Now, remember, as I always say, our words are magic. They have this special way to make people feel good inside if you mean the words that you say with pride. That I love you, I care for you, you are my friend. These things are important to say. You should say them to your friends and loved ones every day. Yes. You know, I could in a boat, but not with a goat. The barbarians, they do that kind of weirdness. As you may know, they're up north, up in there, and the barbarians, I would and I could in a car. I would eat them. Here they are. Huh. Yes! Yes. Sorry, I was taken back to this time I came across a maiden. And as I always say, you must come across a maiden to protect her virtue. Ah, but that's a different story, isn't it? Yes, it is. Ah, you could with a goat. I'm gonna send us off here towards a doctor. He is a psychologist and a musician. Generally one of the best people on Twitch that I know in this Twitch land. He generally cares for each and every one of us. Now, I just really like to listen to him speak. He just talks and reads the people in the chat and tries to help people with their problems. And he's very genuine about it. I want you to be genuine too. That's the one thing you take away today. Be kind to one another. People have struggles that we don't know about. And sometimes we can uplift them, even if it's a stranger. It costs us nothing to be kind. Sometimes it could, I suppose. But I will tell the tale of a troll again that we killed with kindness. I can't believe he died. It's very sad. Very sad. We were trying to help the troll. I did not know we would kill him with kindness. It was just a ridiculous thing, I say. But I will tell that story another day. Today we are going to go ahead and say goodnight, as I need to go find Micah, that wretch. I don't know where he is. I'm going to send a raid to a psychologist, of all things, who can read the mind. No, he cannot read minds. I'm sorry, wait. He kind of understands the mind. No one could read the mind. It is not a book. Don't let anybody fool you. Mind reading is a trick. There are no words etched on your brain for someone to peer at and read as if it were a tome and just flip the pages and know your story. You have to tell them your story. But if anyone thinks they can read your mind, it's just not true. But if somebody knows all about you, then they could know what's on your mind without even asking, because they understand and care about you. And that's important. So I want you to care for one another. I want you to think about the words that you use each day and how they have an impact on each other. Remember, our words are the most powerful magic we have. Use them to uplift and be kind to each other. We are going to raid away to My Daddy Can. Now, it's quite the strange name, but My Daddy Can be a wonderful, wonderful time. So I hope you say hi and say hello and have a great day. And I'll be back on Wizarding Wednesday. And I might just be in the kingdom of Norcalia someday. Or the king, I heard, was going to summon me for an audience from these bowels of the basement. I don't know if he knows I'm down here, so shh. Don't tell him I don't want to pay rent. Okay? So I'll see you on Wednesday if I do not see you before. Because, as you know, I am everywhere. Because to be a part of a community is how you build a community. Remember that. And be good to each other. Bless you.